Hi guys, I'm Stuart Doherty from Gamesmania Doherty, and I want to show you my PS2, the whole of my PS2 game collection for 2018. The collection has grown over a huge number of years, and I'm going to get down to the line and just show you as much as I have for the year of 2018. This is what we have. So let's get down to it. Okay, so we're going to start off with GTA. So got GTA 3 here. Came out in 2001, and this is the white art cover. Comes with the booklet and the map underneath. Everything you need, and there's the disc. Fantastic action game. The first of the GTA series. So I'm going to be moving on quickly with these games. So I'm going to run on to this one. This is Vice City. Amazing box art as well. Came out in 2002, set in Miami, so it's a little bit sunnier and brighter than GTA 3. And you play your character as Tommy Vercetti, which is a lot better than GTA 3 because the character in GTA 3 does not speak. So that's the great thing about GTA Vice City. Came out in 2002, excellent action game, fantastic gameplay. Anyway, let's move on to GTA San Andreas. This one came out in 2004. Yeah, again, like they all have a map and a booklet and that. So this one has so much to do in it, from flying airplanes to driving around to killing to gang members, the whole thing. It's just a fantastic game. Definitely recommend it if you've never played this. Surely you probably have, it's been around for so long, it's one of the best games ever. GTA San Andreas. Okay, then moving on to, we have Liberty City Stories. Originally came out, I think, on the PSP in 2006, 2005. Then it came out later in 2006 for other platforms like the PS2. Again, not as much to do as GTA San Andreas, but a game worth playing. Then they had both of these as stories. So they had the Vice City stories, and this one I really like the box art. The box art looks great on it. Again, it's based in the same as Miami, just set in 1984. The other is 1986. Fantastic gameplay, really great missions, and a great game. And you play, you know, there's the beach, there's the swamps, there's everything from the killing to the and a great storyline. That's it really for those. Then we had the double pack of the Grand Theft Auto collection with again, there's more art for GTA 3. This is one of the best, I think, for the GTA 3 art. Vice City and Grand Theft Auto 3 come in it. Has the double pack and the double pack Vice City. So that's the way it looks. Again, they're the same game. This is just a double pack version of those games for the Grand Theft Auto 3 and Vice City. So that's it for GTA. I'm moving on. We have our Simpsons collection. Simpsons Road Rage, Simpsons Skateboarding, Simpsons Hit and Run, and the Simpsons Game. All fantastic games. 2001, this one came out, where you are basically a taxi driver. You drive around, pick people up, except you're driving in different vehicles with Simpsons characters. Excellent game, I totally recommend it. Play it. Anyway, so I'm going to move on to this one here. This is the Simpsons Skateboarding, and I think it came out in 2002. Again, it's like playing Tony Hawk's, except it's based with the Simpsons characters. And you get to play as Chief Wiggum, you get to play as Bart, Homer, Marge, Otto, and the box art looks fantastic. And the strange thing is, it has a blue disc actually. All of the other games in the series, it's funny because it came out after Road Rage, and it has a blue CD, which is very, very strange. I never knew why that was, but there's some reason behind it. And then the big one of the series came out after that, which was the Simpsons Hit and Run. This one sold very well. The sales went down crazy. I guess it was the third of the PS2 series, where you know there was so much to do. You could collect coins, play as different characters, drive around. The box art looks amazing. This one came out in 2003, I believe, and I don't know why the manual of the game is in there. Yeah, the Simpsons Hit and Run, excellent game. Play it. It's old now, but it's still a fantastic game. Then after that, there was the Simpsons Game. I like the box art in this one. This one is a nice game, and it's really just another one for the collection. I think the character art looked a lot sharper than the previous games, but fantastic gameplay as well. Okay, that's it for my Simpsons collection. So might as well move on to the next collection from the whole series of what I have, which is Need for Speed. I have 5 of them in the collection here. So the first one here, which was actually one of my favourite from at its time, was Need for Speed Underground. Yeah, 2003 it came out, I think. That's the disc. There's not a whole lot to say about these. I know there was a Need for Speed that was on PC before this. Just a great racing game, and it followed up with a Need for Speed Underground 2. 2004, I think it came out. Nice box art as well. Then I think in 2005 came out with Need for Speed Most Wanted, which I think the cars had damage in this one, whereas the other ones didn't have car damage when you play the game. Really fun gameplay though. The gameplay was really fun in this one. Need for Speed Pro Street, which was one I didn't really play as much, but I think the more you get into it, the more you play it, and it's a fun. The graphics, of course, improve in most of these games over time. So that's Need for Speed Pro Street, and it came out in 2007, I think. That's the disc and the booklet. And as you can see, as the games went on, the booklets became thinner, less pages. Just how it goes. Then, 2008, they made another called Need for Speed Undercover. Even though I don't have, there's a couple other ones in the PS2 series, but this is Undercover. That's the disc and the booklet. Haven't played it too much, but I know they it had an improvement of graphics, different kind of gameplay, but nice game to play as well. Anyway, not too much more to say about Need for Speed. I'm moving on to this really great game, which had a lot of, controversy and a lot going on with it. Tony Hawk's. So it all began with the PlayStation 1, but I don't have those ones here because I'm only doing PlayStation 2 games. But let's start off with Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 3. This one, man, this was one of the best. I mean, the graphics were fantastic in it. You couldn't, at this was early stages, you couldn't pick up your skateboard, but man, this was a great game, and I loved the way the cover and everything is done on it. Came out in 2001. Really great game. Okay, Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 4 came out 2002. Again, very similar to Pro Skater 3, all the same ramps, different parks, you create your own skate park, all of that kind of thing, you could skate around in a zoo. I believe it was 2002, the release year. And again, slightly different kind of animation and graphic quality than the Pro Skater 3, but another great game, another great follow-up to the previous. Okay, so moving on to Tony Hawk's Underground. You could actually pick up your skateboard by this stage. I think it came out around 2003. Yeah, show you the book and disc. Some of these. Yeah, this was a great game. I mean, I love the box art, the pictures, everything in it looks fantastic. As the games moved on, you could there was more tricks available, there was a lot more to do in some of these. You could drive in vehicles in the missions. That was one thing I enjoyed about playing a lot of these games. Anyway, so then there was Tony Hawk's Underground 2, which had a really bright cover art, the bright orange. Great game. And you could actually use spray cans in this one, which I liked. This was a great game for that. Came out in, I think it was 2004. That's the disc. That's the booklet. Yeah. Then 2005 came out Tony Hawk's American Wasteland. Not one that I liked as much as earlier games. That's the book. That's the disc. Still, I really liked the game. In this one you could actually get boards or bikes, and you could do all the other things like spray cans and stuff like that. I'm not going to keep gambling on about this, but this is it's another fun game. Again, I didn't enjoy the graphics as much as the previous ones, but definitely worth trying this one out. This is Tony Hawk's American Wasteland. Try playing it. Came out 2005. Good PlayStation 2 game. Okay, that's it for my Tony Hawk's series. Still a little bit to go. So now I'm talking about Guitar Hero. So here I got Guitar Hero. That's the book. That's the disc. Came out 2006. Didn't play this one too much, but it is, from what I can see, a good game. I think you can use the guitar controller in it too. Then, Guitar Hero 2. And I believe this one was 2006 as well. Yeah, it looks like 2006. There's the disc, there's the book. Great game. Play it. This was the most fun one. Played it an awful lot. Great songs in it. I ran so far away, heat of the moment. Nothing but a good time. 17, Metal Health, I think. I Wanna Rock. No One Like You. Yeah, I love this game. Fantastic songs, great game. The gameplay, everything is fantastic, and even the cover art. Came out 2006. Probably it's the best out of one of the best out of the PlayStation 2 series. Great game. Then they had a big one. Guitar Hero 3 Rocks the 80s. No, Guitar Hero Legends of Rock. My bad. Anyway, yeah. So this one featured Slash from Guns N' Roses. Excellent cover art. As you can see, the bright orange really stood out. The game came out in 2007, and it featured Welcome to the Jungle, Ruby, Number of the Beast, Suck My Kiss, Paranoid. You know, there's fantastic songs in this, and the gameplay was incredible. And I still love this game. This is a fucking amazing game. Play this game if you haven't played this game. You can't beat it. It's the best of the PlayStation 2 series. Sold more than any of them. I think it came out on the, if I'm not mistaken, it was on Xbox 360 before this. Guitar Hero Legends of Rock. 3 Legends of Rock, yeah. Play that game. Anyway, that's the Guitar Hero. I'm done talking about that. I don't have any more from the series. But I'm going to talk about this next game, which is... These are Capcom Classics, and this is the collection of Volume 2, which there's actually a Volume 1 you can get, and they're basically games that are similar to like the old Sega Drive games, which came out in the 1990s and 1980s, whereas which would be the kind of stuff that you would have seen in the arcades. So it's really arcade kind of games. They had the Street Fighter 2, Last Duel, Mega Twins, Mega Sword, a whole lot of different games basically put onto one CD that were from classic 1980s and 1990s games. Really, really good. These are quite rare actually. They're not easy to find, so even looking for them online they can be difficult to come across, but definitely very interesting stuff going on here. Anyway, so now I have Burnout. This is the next game I'm talking about. I only have 2 out of the series, but I have Burnout here, which is the first Burnout. That's the book. That's the disc. Came out 2001. Yeah, I don't have a whole lot to say about this. I mean, I haven't played it for years. I haven't really properly played this game for years. But yeah, I like the cover art on it. It's fun, but it's actually quite a difficult game. I found it difficult, but good one to play. Burnout. Then Burnout Dominator came. Burnout Dominator is the only other one I have of the Burnouts, but this one is fun. I mean, there's a lot to explore throughout the levels, and there's a lot in the settings to do in this game. This is a great game, and the cover art looks amazing. Came out in 2007. A lot of crash and a lot of burn, a lot of stuff going on. There's a lot of things to unlock in this as well, and a lot of cars to unlock throughout the level selecting. So yeah, I recommend this game if you haven't already played it or ever played it. Came out 2007. It's called Burnout Dominator. Good game. Next game is Max Payne, which again I have the platinum cover for this one. Came out in 2001. and that's the images in the back of the box. It's the disc. Don't have too much to say about it, but shooter game. Yeah, that's pretty much it. I don't have a lot to say about this one, guys. Okay, Max Payne. Quite a haunting-y kind of one. Right, Backyard Wrestling. This was a great game. This one came out in 2003. It's basically like a fighting kind of a wrestling game, where it's stuff that you would not really do back at home because, it's, injury and stuff, like you're trying to kill somebody. So it's basically like wrestling, but more dangerous. So going by the box, there's a lot of blood and gore in the game, as you can see from the back of the box. That's the CD. Oh, I still have the receipt inside. Yeah, this is a very violent type of game. I would try playing this game. It's a fun game. Okay, next game, Enter the Matrix. And I love the cover art in this one, the green. Yeah, this is a really good game too. Came out in 2003. Not one that I've played a huge amount of, but I think you get to play as a female character and a male character in this as well. But if you haven't played this, I recommend playing it. I mean, I don't know too much about it. It's just another one I have in the collection. Enter the Matrix. I know there's a movie of this as well, and a couple of movies. That's the disc. That's the booklet. There's quite a lot in the instructions. But yeah, I'm going to move on anyway. That's Enter the Matrix. Okay, so the next game I'm going to talk about is Gran Turismo. I have Gran Turismo 3 and Gran Turismo 4 here. They're the two I have out of the series. Again, nice cover art. The years 2001 and 2005. Haven't played as much of this one as I have of this one, but I know from playing this one that there's a shitload of cars in it. I mean a shitload of cars. There's a lot of cars in this game, and this has literally everything from Toyotas to Ferraris to so many different years of Ferraris. There's like so much of a variety of different cars in this, and so many different racetracks. Great fucking game. Play this game. As for this, another follow-up. I mean, like I said, I haven't played it as much, but you can get the Formula 1 and you can get the regular cars, but it's a good game, and I kind of like the cover art too. Gran Turismo 4, play this game. Okay, next game, Driver. So the two that I have are Driver 3. Came out in 2004. That's the cover art, the images. Yeah, again, I really like this. It's nice. That's the manual, that's the disc. Kind of a bit like GTA, you get to walk around in your apartment and you get to rob and steal and shoot. There's missions. Fun game. Again, didn't really finish the whole lot of it, but great. This is a great one. Driver Parallel Lines, kind of like the cover art in this one too. Came out in 2006. This is the back of the box. Yeah, manuals inside. There's the disc. Kind of a lot darker, kind of graphic wise, kind of darker gameplay than the Driver 3. But I recommend playing this one. This is a good one too. Fun story. I think there's a couple more different things that you can do in this than you can't do in Driver 3. But just different kind of layout game. Good game though. Okay, the next game is the Getaway. This one is, I have the platinum version here. Came out in 2002. Again, haven't done a huge amount of work on this. Comes with a map and a booklet. Got the platinum disc there. Nice pictures in the back box. Set in London, I think. Yeah, I don't have a whole lot to say about this. I've only really done parts of the game, but I haven't done a huge amount. But they're great games to have. The Getaway. Then there was another one. They had the Getaway Black Monday. Again, comes with a manual, booklet. There's the disc. There's the pictures in the back. and that one came out in 2004. Yeah, good game. I recommend playing it. The Getaway Black Monday. Next game. Another great game. This one also had a movie. Saw this one in the cinema years ago. The Italian Job, LA Heist. Yeah, it's basically you drive around and you race in minis. They have the old classic Mr. Bean style mini and the newer model of mini. Different level selects. You know, there's the back of the box. There's the front box. Comes with disc, manual. Couple of pages there. Fantastic game, and I love the artwork in this one. I think it came out in 2003. The Italian Job, LA Heist. I recommend playing this one. Great game. Okay, so next game, and I'm coming to the end of this collection. Midnight Club 3 Dub Edition. It's a 2005 game. That's the back of the box. Comes with a manual, a few pictures, and a disc. There's the disc. This was one I loved at the time. I played it a lot, and then I kind of got sick of it. But I recommend it because it has a lot of different types of customization settings for the vehicles. You know, you can drive the big Jeeps or you can drive the cars. I know that it comes with there's like a kind of like a black edition version of the game too. This is the normal edition. You can get motorbikes as well in this game. But yeah, a fantastic game for an old game. It's a great one to play. Midnight Club 3 Dub Edition, and there's more in that series too. This is the one I have. Okay, next game, SSX3 snowboarding game. Here's the manual, a few pages. There's the CD. There's the nice artwork on the back of the box. There's the front of the box. The game came out in 2003, and you get to, you know, there's the character select. You get to pick your board. You go around on you snow through different level select, and there's like a kind of a story setting where you have to complete different challenges. But this is a fantastic game. I recommend playing it. All snowboarding, all going through snow. Yeah, that's more or less it. SSX3, totally recommended. It came out in 2003, I think. There's a couple other ones in the series as well, but this is probably one of the best ones that I've played. SSX3. Okay, next game, and this is the last of this collection video, and this was a fantastic game. This is Half-Life, and I know this one was available on PC as well. I think before it was available on PlayStation 2. I really love the Gordon Freeman, the orange, and there's the back of the box. There's the booklet and the disc. You know, as you can see, the booklets they had quite a fair few pages in them, because I mean, this one came out in 2001. At that stage, they were doing things a lot more. You know, they were putting a lot of work into things at the early stages. But yeah, Half-Life, fucking fantastic game. Only problem is, when you play the game, if you get stuck in a mission and you save game and you fall into a dip, you're screwed and you have to start a new game again. Usually, in most cases, on the PlayStation 2 version, that's the only problem. But I recommend playing Half-Life. It's a fantastic game, and multiplayer works out really well with the crowbars. Have to play that one. Half-Life came out in 2001, and once again, there's the back of the art. There's the front art. That's my PS2 game collection, guys. Thank you so much. All done. See you again soon, guys.